Hi, my name is Gecko. Welcome back to another Mini Motorways video. Let's get started. So last time out, we massively improved our score on Dubai. Had a bit of a gripe with the game because of the bug that we came across, which effectively ended our game prematurely. I reckon we could have gone on and got a score a lot higher than that. Maybe 3,700, could have even pushed towards 4,000 on that. But yeah, a bug in the game caused it to end prematurely because it just wasn't sending out any cars. So check out that video. I also made a dedicated video to sort of explain that bug and how I could perhaps, if I'd have identified that issue, how I could perhaps have rectified it or worked around the issue to carry on. But it was just one of those things where I guess I wasn't looking out for it because I wasn't aware of the bug. But now you guys are. You can keep an eye out for it. And yeah, if you see something start stacking up, first thing to look at is there anything on the road? Because if not, and all the cars are just sitting in the garages, you've obviously come across that same bug, okay, or something very similar at least. So yeah, check out that video if you haven't already. But today we're going to be on Mexico City. Our highest score on this, 3325. Navigate through the mountainous boroughs of the old city in the Americas. So 3325 puts us at just into the top 7,000 on this map. We're going to want to try and improve on that. Imagine if we look at the top, as always, it's going to be unlimited scores all the way across the board. Yep, 190,000. I can't imagine we're going to be getting anywhere near that today. But as long as we're making some improvements and we're going higher up the leaderboards, then at some point we're going to be getting to the point where we're pushing really, really high and hopefully getting at some point the unlimited scores that we like. So let's see if we can beat the score. Stick that fast forward on, you know I like that. I'm just immediately going to redraw all of this just to cut it a little bit shorter. And in fact, I'm going to redraw it again immediately. We'll go this way instead, because that means that we can go here. I always find the starting portion of this game so relaxed, and then suddenly out of nowhere it just goes crazy generally. Right, let's have another one, thank you. Let's have 2 and 2, I think. So let's go there, you can go on there, and you can go there. But actually, let's draw that there. It doesn't make sense for him to go up, across, and then down. Right, roundabout a tunnel. Well, we're going to take a tunnel here. You always want to take tunnels on this map where possible. If something was to spawn here and the house is over here, you'd immediately be regretting not taking a tunnel. Okay, so let's take this up here. Nothing too crazy yet. It starts to get a little bit crazy when you start getting the third, fourth, and then the fifth different colour. In this case, it's going to be the third. It's going to annoy me, so I can't go around just yet. We will draw him to go all the way around, but for now, what we're going to have to do is get him to join on, and then yeah, we are going to have to do that. just to get him so he's not stacking up immediately, and we'll just keep an eye on when it zooms out so we can go around. There we go. Okay, so we're going to stop that immediately. We'll reclaim all of that. And go down. We are going to need the weekend. I think this guy's not going to get home in time for the weekend, so we'll get the rotiles from there instead, from the weekend. Tunnel, yep, always going to say that. And we have got the additional rotiles now, so we can go here. That keeps everyone segregated again. Where are you going, my friend? Oh, he's got to go in there to spin around to go back on himself because there's a new route. Route for my American friends. That's a pain. If it spawned at the top, that wouldn't have been so bad. Let's just do that for now. Once we've zoomed out far enough, we'll send the purples down one tile more, and then we can sneak the whites on without them crossing over. Okay, well let's... So we turn this third one around. Oh, that's a pain. Why are you doing this to me? I don't like the length of this. Don't like the length of this at all. Can't wait for this white card to get back. We have zoomed out enough so we can redraw, but we need to wait for the weekend so that we've got all of the available rotiles. And then we can separate the whites. Oops, we can separate the whites and the purples by doing that effectively. Let's get this weekend and then we can sort all that out. So motorway, always going to take a motorway there. It does mean we only get 10 rotiles, but let's do that. Actually, we can scoot down here. That. Okay, so we've now got the whites and the purple segregated. We could scoot that guy on. We can't quite scoot around the purple to get him involved just yet. But it does mean that everything's segregated again, which is obviously ideal. What's it doing to me? What is it doing to me? Okay, we're gonna have to wait until we zoom out a little bit more so we can handle that. Right, where can we save some rotiles? So we can save that rotile there, and that's pretty much it, isn't it? Maybe there. I'll stick around about in there for now, actually. Gives us a couple of rotiles back. And again, we're going to have to wait until the end of the week and for it to zoom out so we can scoot underneath. So we're going to have to send the yellows underneath and over, and the purples are going to go up a little bit. So we want to just try and save this space, but we just haven't got the rotiles to even save it. So we're going to want the purples to go up and then under. They're going to have a bit of a squiggly trek. I mean, I could use one of the motorways. That'd certainly help. but I want to avoid doing that so early in the game. You always want to have a spare motorway at hand if possible. But we're almost at the end of the week. Just 6 more hours left. And done. 40 road tiles are around about. I'm actually going to controversially use the road tiles here. I would always generally take the utility, but I have been finding more and more that in late game you would have been better off just having total segregation rather than roundabouts. And at times I haven't been able to get this segregation because I didn't have enough road tiles, and then things spawned in the way. So I'm going to be controversial here. Take the road tiles, so we're going to go up and over, and you guys are going to go underneath now. Take that back. So the purples are now segregated from everything. Got a bit of a squiggly journey, but that's fine. All in the name of total segregation. Okay, right now we are going to need to have a second tunnel, it looks like. Be interesting to see. Be interested to see where the other whites are going to spawn, because they should spawn. They're all going to spawn here. What? Oh, we can go around. Okay, that's okay. I think we're going to struggle with a number of road tiles. Just having to think, can I do one tunnel instead of two? I think if we go around and then come out there, they're still going to have to cross the purples, aren't they? Because he spawned right next to the mountain. So we're going to have to use 2 tunnels. Let's just do that for now. Not that I think he needs to be connected, actually. Our main concern right now can't draw straight lines. Need 2 more road tiles from somewhere. So take 1 and 2. I needed 3 more road tiles. We'll take that third. Right, this orange is going to spawn right behind him. Yep. Of course he will. Of course he will. Right, let's grab another road tile then. That's not ideal. I'm going to need to put them back on, actually. Where else can I save a road tile? I don't want to take that away because something's going to spawn there that's not nice. Let's use this purple. He seems to be okay at the moment. So we'll just do that for now. I'm going to redraw the yellows. But I do need to get some more road tiles first. So I'm glad I took the 40 road tiles a little while back. This is where we could potentially use the tunnel to go all the way through and come out here, and then we can split them off. If we were to put these guys on a motorway over here. But then again, if that's the case, maybe we'd just put a motorway from here down to here. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. Okay. Right, we'll take the. I'm going to do what I said earlier. I'm going to try and avoid junctions wherever possible, and take the road tiles. So what we're going to do here is we're going to completely redraw all of this. So we'll get rid of all of that. Get rid of all of this. Purples, we're actually going to send you over the top. That could have been what I did in the first place. And what we're going to do here is we're going to say motorway from here to where should we do it to? Should we do it to there? Like that. Which means that we can now connect these guys up without issue. So what we've got 5 going here and 3 going there, that's not ideal. Do we just connect them all up so they're all connected to the same thing? Probably not actually. Or do we keep them segregated by doing that? So we've got 4 and 4. Cool, we've got this pink over here that spawned, and this turquoise over here that spawned. Not a lot I can do with either of those at the moment. Does mean that we've got 2 tunnels back. 2 tunnels and 46 road tiles is fairly decent. Right, well, let's get you over the top whilst we can. That's not ideal. Just didn't want him touching the roundabout, but if that was there it would have joined on. Not that it would have made much of a difference, I don't think. But let's do that, and we are going to join there. So it's still like something there. Wow, that's kind of screwed me there. Right, let's have a think of what we can do here. Tempted to move this motorway to between these two. I can't go under here. Okay, right, a lot of redrawing again. I think it's going to be a theme for a while, to be honest. So we're going to do that. So we've got 3, 4 potentially. So we're going to move this motorway. And these guys are going to go down. Right, so let's see how these guys get on with just the 2. They need more than we can send another one through on a tunnel. So I've got a spare tunnel. But yeah, so right, what we're going to do here, what we're going to these yellows. My thought was to send the purples down and the yellows over this, but obviously then they'd have to cross, which isn't ideal. They could always go around the yellows. Wow, this is a big redraw job. Say that quickly 10 times. Okay, right, this is going to be a real mess to start with because I need more road tiles, but we are on Sunday. So we'll take the motorway. It's always good to have a motorway, so we're going to go there. And this is going to go down. That means we don't need this anymore. And these yellows can go there. So yellows, purples, and then we just need the whites to be covered. Could potentially even split these off into 2 motorways, to be honest, or even send some of them around on a tunnel. Do that for now. I think that's everyone connected. So 4 purples go here, 3 purples going to go around here. Oranges are still connected, that's good. We've got a couple of pinks here which are spare, we've got a few turquoise which are spare. But yeah, the whites are all connected. These whites are just handled by these 2 now. Could do with some more whites appearing up here. Please. Please, game. Thank you. Oh no, okay, well I didn't really want that to upgrade to a circle building, did I? That has scuppered things completely. Okay. Right, what do I do here? So we've got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 going between those, so we've got 4 going to each effectively. And then only 3, although they're doing a shorter journey. 3 going to the circle. We'll just have to wait and see. Hopefully we get a lot more whites. We've got 4 now. Hopefully we get a lot more whites spawn up here. Okay, right, this is not turning out to be too bad now, at least. What do we do here? What do we do? Do we give the whites the longer journey, or do we give the oranges a... Well, we can't give them a long journey because they'd have to cut through a... cut through a mountain, so we give the whites a long one. Okay, so we've now got 8 going there. Relatively long journey. Okay, let's have a think about this. How do we do this? Can I? No, I can't. Can't really do much to keep that segregated. Let's just do that for now. Not ideal. I didn't want a junction here. We are going to do something about that. Could do with having these oranges squeezed through, but didn't really want them to Didn't really want them to join onto the purples either. Can't get the purple. Only way the purples can avoid the yellows is by squeezing through this gap, but then the only way the oranges can get past these yellows is by squeezing through that same gap, unless again a big redraw job. We will motorway that just for now until we're getting the road tiles back. Oops. Having a bit of a nightmare today with my drawing. Okay. So we're going to connect the oranges there. Tunnel or road tiles? I think we have to take a tunnel because we can use tunnels to get around here so we don't have this junction. So what I really want to get to is the point where, oh, hello, didn't realise this disconnected that. What I really want to get to is the point where I've got a segregation completely between buildings. So I don't want this and this to be connected at all. So in order to do that, I think motorway across and either a second motorway across here or them go round. But in the meantime, let's just sort this out. So the orange has got a slightly longer journey. Not a major problem. Let's just straighten that out a little bit more. That's fine, because if yellows, oranges or purples spawn in this gap, we're fine. Anything else then is a bit of a pain. Right, so we've got a nice cluster of 4 pinks here, but they're not necessarily needed at the moment. And we've got this cluster here, again not necessarily needed, but we're gonna get a motorway back in a second. There we go. So I've got a decent amount of utility really. All right, okay. Well, that's not horrendous. That's not good. Why did you have to spawn there? Do I just have a junction there? Potentially. Instead of having a junction here and a junction here, what we're actually going to do is we're going to go join them on there. And not ideal, but a last minute mute of the microphone to save you guys from my sneeze. Right, okay, let's join on there and then have there. I do like to have proper entrances to the to the roundabout. Hopefully that'll be okay. I'm still interested to see what's going to spawn here. But it should keep things flowing a little bit better. If I notice any slowdown here, I'm going to change that. Still getting pink spawn. I'm expecting somewhere at some point a pink building to appear. Now, this is a good game so far in the sense that I managed to keep things pretty much completely segregated. I just need some more road tiles and I'll be able to get these around, but I'm not too worried at the moment because I can pretty much do that without having to save any spaces. But I am thinking that maybe I just do start actually just being a little bit sneaky, and I don't like doing this. But basically, anywhere where there's a gap of 6, I don't want a building spawning in there at the moment. Because things like that could just completely kill this game. So, obviously don't mind, there's certain places where I don't mind it. So that stops anything there. There. Nothing can spawn there. Annoyingly, we've got like, these guys are going to have to use a motorway if they are going to go anywhere really, because they've walled themselves off, and there's that road that I need. Although actually I could potentially join these guys on here because we've got that, but I do want to get rid of that at some point. So we'll try and rework that at some point. But yeah, so any place that another building could spawn that I don't want it to. Basically anywhere that's just going to make things super congested. I think that it wouldn't spawn there, right? Yeah, it can't spawn there because it won't spawn onto that, right? That's fine. So the only place a building could spawn right now, we're effectively forcing it to spawn. The only place one could possibly spawn is in this section here, which is fine because we've got a spare motorway. Unless I've missed somewhere, of course, which is 100% going to be the case. Okay, so we will take the road tiles, and we are going to do this thing here. So we've got what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 going between the two. Actually, it'll just cut it off so slightly, but it's worth it. Like that, cool. Right, we have expanded, so something could potentially spawn up there. 4 and 4. Wait, why is that a tunnel? There's a slight sliver there. Alright, let's go there. Cool. Okay, I think we're still forcing... No, not quite. So yeah, so we've expanded, but I've taken care of that at the bottom. I don't mind if anything spawns up in this section here. I think we've got everything else covered. Cool. Okay, that's really helpful. So we've got 5, 10 going here. We can spare a couple of them. Let's say 3. Okay, so the pinks have spawned on here, which means that we can turn these around. And they actually won't affect the speed of the orange cars going through here. What it will do is cause more of a problem here. So what we could ideally have, this does mean that we're going to stop using this orange. to turn this back into yeah, we're going to turn that back into something like that. Cool. Okay, right, I think that's fine. I will put a roundabout back in there for the purples and pinks. I mean, I could potentially actually road tiles. One thing is I could actually have these go across and over, because we should have removed this. Yeah, we should have removed that so that we can have the whites go directly there. We can move this a little bit closer, and we can move this. Okay, let's grab some road tiles quickly, because what I don't want to do is, I think somebody could potentially spawn in there, but I just want to reserve that, because what I want is I want the pinks and purples to go around and through there, and then we'd have this orange join in. So they'll go around and over the back to get to the back of it. Okay, so this is upgraded, so we're going to need a few more. So we can turn you around. Right, let's get one more on there. Ideally want the end of the week as soon as possible, so we get the pinks and purples connected and do their journey around there instead. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4 going to this one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 going to this one. Wait, no, sorry, 5. I counted that one twice, didn't I? So 5 going here, 4 going here. We've got this big cluster here which we could get involved. We can actually turn them all around shortly, because this road won't be needed, because we'll get these oranges to sneak through here once we've got the pinks and purples going around there. We just need the road tiles for it. Cool. Okay, we've done the majority of the work. Just want the weekend, so we get some more road tiles, because what I don't want to do is start removing things before it's ready to be removed. That's a fine spawn as well, so it's not going to cause a problem once we redraw everything. Tunnel or traffic lights. Let's take the tunnel, because we don't want any junctions where possible. So this is going to go around and down. So the pinks and purples are now all connected there. This pink isn't going to be able to do anything, not going to be able to get him involved at all, but that's fine. So pinks and purples, we're going to close that off. That's no longer needed. Oranges, just going to go here. This road is now specifically for the oranges, therefore we can reclaim all of that. You can connect that, you can reclaim all of that. Oranges are just here, Let's just tidy that up a little bit. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 oranges are going to go the long journey here. All these pinks and these purples here are all going around to get here. That's all good. And what else? What else can I do? Okay, so I can reconnect this now. We can turn these blues all around, and they can all do something because they can be connected. We don't want anything nasty to spawn in here or here. Okay, I think we're good. Right, I'm really sweating on this one. I really want a good score. And where else could something nasty spawn? Could it spawn there? Is there enough space? Let's just do that, just in case. But yeah, that means that these pinks and purples are going all the way around here. Oranges are completely separated. That looks a lot better. It means that the only ones that aren't connected at the moment are these turquoise ones, which we have a spare motorway for, and this pink one, which we're not going to be able to do anything for. I mean, potentially we could have the oranges go a slightly longer route, and then the whites could go a slightly longer route, and get them involved. Do I do that for the sake of one house? I don't know. I wonder whether we're still zooming out. Something could spawn in there. I mean, it is now a case that I could, because I don't think we're zooming out much more. Okay, right, let's do something about this. So what we're going to do is we're going to have 1, 2, 3 go there. 1, 2, 3, 4 going slightly longer, and then we've got 5, 6, 7 going here. So I don't think anyone was really doing this journey before. I think these 5 pretty much got it on lock, but we should be better now at least. That's probably the nicest thing that could have spawned there, to be honest. Right, so we're going to take another tunnel, because like I said, we don't want to have junctions. Could do with some more purples spawning, really. I mean, that's not ideal. So what we've got going here to this square building, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and we've only got 4 going. Fairly long trip to here. Could do with getting this guy involved. In fact, what I'm going to do is, before anything happens here, I'm just going to do that, because then we can get these whites going round, and then we can have a tunnel going here, so we can remove this tunnel. So let's do that, and hopefully if any purple's going to spawn, they're going to spawn in here, in this gap. not here. But actually what we can do is we can potentially do that to give them a bit more space to spawn. Instead they're going to spawn down there. That's not a major issue because we can get him involved on his own little thing there, which isn't a problem. We want purples, that's what we want. Okay, right, these turquoise are not having fun. So it's time to get the cavalry involved. And by cavalry, I mean these guys. This is going to go like that. Which means we can turn some of these around onto there if we need to. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I mean, currently we've got 5. Right, 5. And then going here, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 going here. So that should be coping okay, but it's clearly not. We've got spare tunnels, haven't we? We've got 3 spare tunnels. None of these cars are at home at the moment. But what we're going to have is when these ones go over here, that's going to sort that out, but this one's still going to be struggling, even though it's a short distance. So we're going to turn 2 of these around at least. Like that. Let's get this guy involved. Purples. Are they okay? We still are being only handled by 4. There's a lot of these that aren't doing anything, so we can turn them around. Let's have a think. I'm going to do what I said earlier, and we're going to join that up there. Which means that I can go up and over for him. This orange, which means I can get this pink involved, because you never know when you're going to need. Right, I've got another purple spawn, but he's spawned here. That's not nice. It's a real pain in the backside, actually. So I wanted to keep these completely segregated, but it's not a major issue, I guess. We'll just have a junction there. What we're going to do is, once I've got more road tiles, we are going to do the thing that I said earlier about the 2 tunnels. So we're going to get these 3 involved. Nothing I can do with these yellows. These should be resolved. And actually, I'm going to put these guys on here as well. Got a couple more purples. These guys can actually just scoot down here. Right, orange is upgraded. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 going there. 8 now. 9. Why are these purples struggling? Why are these purples struggling? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right, yeah, I'm definitely going to do the tunnel thing, but I just need more road tiles to do that. We've got the end of the week though. I'll take the road tiles happily. In order to do this, we have to move this one first, so these are all going to go around. This is where I've got to just be really careful with how I'm drawing things. Actually, if I do it this way, I can redraw it again later. Ah. Then we're going to go down. And then we're going to go diagonal here. Cool. Okay, right, so whites are now good because they can go this way. These three purples can get involved. So we're going to cut across there and get in. And that's fine. These purples can get involved. That's not going to cause too much of an issue because they are literally just going here, not crossing over anything else. This light blue, or this turquoise one, can he get involved? He could, because he could go up and then round, but I don't think that's necessary really. He can't do anything. You can get involved there. Cool, right, okay, I think that's everyone. Bar this yellow guy here. I could get him involved, but there's probably no point. Unless this one upgrades, in which case I will get him involved. But I think we're all good now. I'm just going to have just random houses dotted around in case we can get this guy involved now. Not ideal that we're going to have a junction, but it's fine really. So yeah, the whites are all going to go around. They're going to slow down a little bit here, just for the purpose of this purple getting potentially involved. These are getting called upon before these ones, which is good, which means they are actually helping, and these ones as well. So I just hope I don't get gridlocked down here. That's the main concern at the moment. I do apologise, I'm going to be pausing a fair bit at the moment. Just pausing a tad in order to get certain ones connected up, which I don't see. Pink can't do anything, yellows can't do anything, and yellows could potentially get here and then go onto there, but I think they're being catered for okay, so I'm not going to worry too much. That's all fine. I think the purples are sorting themselves out now. I'm going to give them one more because they seem to be struggling more than I'd like. hasn't sent any cars from it yet, so I imagine that it is going to sort itself out. Okay, that's upgraded, which isn't ideal because we've just only got 2 attached to there. We have got all these pinks going to here. We don't want to cross them onto there because we've also got purples on here, so we don't want the purples being cross-contaminated. But we could potentially do something. Potentially do something like that and then get a motorway across to help out. Yeah, what do we do here? What do we do? Unless we use a tunnel to get the pinks across. They can cross over this purple. So cut them off so they're not going to go through this purple suburb, which is linked to that. Get all these pinks to cut across there to get here. These purples shouldn't be called upon before these ones, really. For this. We could even actually turn these purples, because these purples are going down and then around. We could actually turn them around so they're going up. Maybe that's what we do. Yeah, I think that's what we do. Okay, so have we got a spare tunnel? We haven't got a spare tunnel. What do I use a tunnel on? Oh, just here. Okay, right, so let's do that. So this is going to go up and across to get involved here. So that's what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 pinks, which means we don't need this attached at all. And these can join in there. So we're going to do that. These purples are going to turn around and they're not going to be connected there because they're still going to be ended up connected to the same thing. However, instead of going through, they're going to have their own tunnel at some point when we get one back. If we get one back, I don't think we are going to get one back actually, but they could potentially go around. I think that these purples are going to cope okay though, so we should be alright. Cool, okay. Let's see how that goes. Wow, orange struggling. Why on earth are orange struggling? Have I recently moved all that around? That should not be having trouble. Could potentially do that to get 2 more involved because there are no orange cars at home at the moment, so they are all out and about. Get 2 more involved by doing that. And do that. Could even get this guy involved if I needed to. Right, I know I'm pausing a lot. So I'm just seeing if there's anything optimal that is spawning that would help. This orange should be surviving, but it's not. Right, so motorway or tunnel. I think we're going to take a motorway because we can turn one of these tunnels into a motorway if needed. And that'll make it a faster journey. Who do we do it for? do we do it for? Right, that's still segregated, that's still segregated, that's fine. The whites and oranges are sharing a little bit. Just try and get this guy sorted. So there's going to be a bit of a junction there, but that shouldn't cause too many problems. There was a bit of congestion here earlier, but that's because they just sent all of their cars at once, which has sorted itself out. We have still got these 3 purple houses which could get involved with a tunnel, but not necessarily at the moment. Maybe I do save all those road tiles by having a motorway here for the whites. So whites can go on there. Whites can go on there, or the purples can go around still. That saves a tunnel, which means that we can get these purples involved by going around. Cool. Oh yeah, we need a tunnel to get that tile. Right, that should be a lot better. Just really need these oranges to sort themselves out. Could probably do with some traffic lights here, actually. So I get a little bit angsty. I'm not entirely sure why this is getting so upset. So there's plenty. Right, pinks are not happy here. Why are pinks not happy? Oh, I've only now got 2 pinks. Okay, well that's not good. Is that because I turned these guys around? That wasn't clever. Hopefully they get on their bikes pretty quickly and sort that out. What can we do to get another one on there? Got so many pinks going here now. The trouble is I can't connect them there because then the pink and purple will be cross-contaminated as such. Potentially turn a couple of these around and go through there. Just going to turn one around for now. Get him onto there. Turn on that. Is there any other houses that I'm just missing out that aren't connected that could be helping out? We are going to use that tunnel. Get these purples involved if needed. I've got so many purples connected to that, so it's probably not necessary, to be honest. And that's probably a further journey than this one, and this one hasn't got any junctions really. These cars are all sat at home, so actually I'm going to save that. I'm going to save that. Nothing else I can use at the moment. These pinks need to save me. I still don't understand why these oranges were struggling before we did anything. I think it's just going to be a symptom of the rest of the game. I just need to just make sure. Oh, this one's turned circular at some point. So we need more whites. Who's sitting at home? These whites are sitting at home. Okay, so we've got 2 circle buildings and a square, and over here we've got one circle building and a square. I think we've got more whites up here than we've got over here. Are any of these sat at home? 2 of these are sat at home. So we've got 3 there. So we could connect. We didn't want that junction. I think this is what's causing problems with the oranges actually. Is it instead of the whites going around? Instead of the whites going around, they're going through here. We've got a spare tunnel, so what we could do. Got plenty of road tiles now as well. So we could sneak them onto there. So we've got 3, 4. Turn that guy here. Keep the whites separated. Junction just for the purpose of that orange. Oh, it's that and these 2 as well, isn't it? Damn. Right, what can we do there then? What can we do to get those oranges on? Do we need them on? Because all these oranges are connected, aren't they? And they've got cars at home. So I think just by adding these 3 is causing more problems than it's worth. Because how many junctions has this got to go past? The furthest one. That's not a junction because it's driveway. So it's got to go past 1 junction. Yeah, that's going to be a junction regardless. It's got to go for 1, 2. It's got to go past 2 junctions. So the furthest house has got to go past 2 junctions, which isn't bad at all, really. I mean, they're all having to go past 1. Okay, right, I think we just hit play and see what happens. Hopefully that sorts itself out. Just need that junction to disappear as soon as... Wait, this white is still struggling. Because it's still only got 3 attached. That was what I was sorting out. 1, 2, 3, 4 going here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 going here. We need to spare a couple. Right, no. We need to spare a couple there, don't we? Send the 2 closest in, as well as these 4. And then we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 going there. 1, 2, 3, 4 going here. So is that right? So we've got 6, 6 and 4. Does that add up? How many houses have we got total? 5, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Yeah, that adds up, doesn't it? So in order to get more on there, we haven't got a spare motorway. Could do with the end of the week really, and get a motorway. This needs to survive, this needs to survive. so is it time to put this tunnel back in place so we can recover that motorway? Because that wasn't struggling, was it, before? Right, these whites are not having too much trouble. So what can we do? What can we do? No, that's not going to help, is it? I was thinking, can we like shuffle these a little bit? I was thinking, can we shuffle these a little bit so we can get some of these whites around the outside here to join in, because we've got 3 whites sitting here doing nothing at the moment. So it's literally being handled by this one here and these two. Sorry, we've got 4 whites doing nothing. We could at least get those 4 whites involved somewhere else. Let's get you guys around there. We can disconnect that, and then we can use these 3 on a motorway. But first of all, what we need to do is put this tunnel back in place. Like so. And then we can reclaim that motorway. Cool, so that means we've got what, 1, 2, 3, 4 going on a longer journey. Hopefully that'll be okay. We'll get that motorway back. What can we do with that motorway? We're probably going to need to do something where we join these up together with those, but some of them can go on a motorway, which might be able to just scoot around and help out here, maybe. We'll have to cross that bridge when we come to it with regards of actually getting that motorway back. Obviously we've just got to survive right now. The oranges look a lot happier, the flow is looking a lot better. Right, this orange is asking for a bit, but that's mainly because this one is struggling. The oranges haven't got anyone at home at the moment, which is a bit of a pain. That's a real pain. Maybe what we do is we get these oranges involved just to sort that out, and then we can do something with the whites who look a lot happier at the moment. But just to get the oranges under control, we can do something like that. Okay, pinks and purples not having fun. How many pinks we got? 4, 5, 6. None of them are at home, it doesn't look like. What can we do here? What can we do? I can send you around. So we've got 7 now. The purples can also get involved. Have we got any other houses flashing at us that we can do something with? I don't think so. I don't think I can get these whites involved at all. It's a bit annoying because there are 2 of them. I just can't get them connected. Why are these pinks struggling? They've just got such a short distance. I think it's because the other ones are struggling, that's why. Again, they should have enough cars to fulfill that. But once one starts struggling, they all start stacking, it just causes a massive problem. Right, okay, well, let's hope that these blues are going to sort themselves out. I know that's a bit of an annoying junction, I don't like that. What can I do? What can I do? I don't think there is anything. Just got to watch it play out. Okay, these oranges, I definitely need one of you to turn around and help out. He's got 2 cars sitting there, he can help out there immediately. It's just trying to work out, because everything's pinging at me, it's trying to work out which one is the one that's actually in trouble. Let's have a little think about things now. So this orange is still struggling. We do need him to get to the point where he's sorted himself out. These 3 houses have been used in order to help him out. Yeah, because I really wanted that motorway back. I mean, we are nearly at the end of the week, so we will get another motorway. Is there anything that's going to help us here? I can't believe we've made it this far. I can't believe we've made it to week 14 and we've only had 3 motorways. Okay, right, so it's going to have to be traffic lights, I think. Let's have a little think about where we could do this. Is there any junctions that are slowing down? Maybe there is a bit of slowdown, because just to get this guy involved. Where else is we having slowdown? I know there, but don't think traffic lights are going to help much there, to be honest. All of these are actually just... That shouldn't be slowdown, because they're not junctions, they're driveways. So the only places really are here, which is right outside, which I don't like. Here, I could potentially do that, cut that off, and then turn that into, because it's a little bit further away, maybe that'll help. Yes, it's only really here, which I don't like because of the motorway. It's kind of necessary at the moment. It shouldn't be, because we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 orange houses connected with very little needed, but these 3 are just having to get involved, which doesn't really make sense, to be honest. But maybe what we do, maybe we at some point we just move that motorway over here, so they've got a shorter distance to travel. They haven't got to go all the way around. Maybe that's what we do, but at the moment we've just got to try and hold on. Yeah, I think this might be the end here. It's just barely holding on. Oh, there we go. It's going to be here. Yeah, it's there, because this guy's not going to get there in time. Oh, so close to 4,000. Well, we hit 100 days. That was super stressful. That was super stressful. It does seem to stack up more and more when you start hashing out areas. So obviously it's not ideal. I don't like doing that. But at the end there, the only places where there were areas hashed out is just in this area down at the bottom here. Everywhere else I kind of like let it fill. Yeah, I'm not sure what I could have done better there. I know this one struggled because of the distance, and maybe I should have actually left these 3 attached for the time being. My plan was to use a motorway, and I forgot that these weren't attached actually. My plan was to use a motorway, but I had to use this motorway here, which I didn't really want to do because the orange was unnecessarily struggling. Don't understand entirely why. But yeah, really, the reason this one stacked up so much was because the other 2 were getting agitated. It was mainly this one was getting agitated. Again, it shouldn't have really been. We just didn't have enough whites over here to cater for 2 circle buildings. If this one had been the one that had upgraded, it wouldn't have been so bad, because we would have been able to split these whites in half and send a motorway down. We actually already had a motorway down there originally, but when this one turned circular, that really caused problems and started stacking things up for all the other ones. But yeah, interesting game. Let's do our screenshot for the thumbnail. But yeah, very much enjoyed that. I certainly improved on my score, because I had, what, 3,300 something before? Beat it by about 500. A bit of a shame that we didn't quite get to the 4,000 mark, but we will try and do that on our next playthrough. I'm really pleased with that score. So let's see where that puts us. So 4,021. Not bad. A lot of people on the same sort of scores. So it's going to take a little bit, I think. It'd be really handy if you could just scroll up and down this leaderboard. But it'll be a case that if you get to 4,000, I reckon that'll put you up quite a lot of spaces. So you might even get into like the top 3,500 just by increasing your score by 120 odd. But yeah, interesting game. Very enjoyable. I managed to keep pretty much everything segregated as much as possible. So really pleased with that. Just struggled a little bit with lack of motorways, I think. But yeah, on another day we get a bit more luck with regards of giving us motorways, and we don't struggle as much. So we'll hopefully get a bit better luck next time and push over that 4,000. But yeah, we're going to be going back through and trying to increase our scores on all of them again. So Los Angeles, I don't think we improved our score last time out, so on our second playthrough of this map. So we'll certainly be trying to beat the 3,000. There's only a handful where we haven't beaten the 3,000. I think there's one where I didn't even beat 2,000. So we've got, like, now that we've done a second playthrough of all of the maps, we've got Los Angeles, Dar es Salaam, Munich, which didn't even beat 2,000. Zurich, Manila and Rio, all three of those are real close. So yeah, so 6 of the, however many are there? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So 6 of the 11 I haven't quite beat 3,000 on. Like I say, 3 of those, these 3 here, were really, really close. I mean, total of them, why am I asking myself to do this math? But 6 plus 3, so 129 combined trips split amongst these would have got me to 3,000 on all of them, which is kind of crazy really, that I missed out on 3,000 on all 3 of them. But yeah, we'll be looking to improve our scores on all of them, especially Munich. But next time out we'll be doing Los Angeles again, trying to hit that 3,000. But yeah, until then, hope you're doing well, and I'll catch you next time for some more Mini Motorways. Take care.